So what would be your perception of a girl that was carrying a condom with her?
What a slut.
Me out a little. I mean, I wouldn't think any less of her because obviously she's being smart, but I would be a little bit uncomfortable.
I think they're very responsible and actually care what happens to their bodies, so I think it's a good thing.
Why are you laughing?
I think that if a girl was carrying one, she'd be more labeled as kind of loose, just based on today's perception of people.
I suppose if I probably wouldn't be as attracted to some girl who was carrying condoms because I figured she's probably her lifestyle's maybe more sexual than mine is.
Would you have the same reaction to a guy that was carrying one?
You know, if I were a girl on a date and I saw a dude with a condom as well, I'd probably think it's kind of good son.
I think there is a stereotypical difference there.
They protect themselves from diseases and all. I think that's a good idea to carry. And yes, I do carry.
Guys usually are the ones, wearing these condoms, so it's probably more normal for them to carry condoms.
In experimenting with a sociological imagination, 4 college students are represented by 3 separate but equal character roles. 1 conservative schoolgirl, 1 party girl, and 2 gay men. These are their stories.
Okay, I'm Kendall. I was wearing like a Catholic high school uniform when I did the condom purchasing experiments, and originally I thought it would be really easy and not a big deal to do it, to just take on that role. That's usually not a norm I have. I never wore it. Really embarrassing. The clerk was like staring at me because I was standing in front of the condoms for at least a good 5 minutes. At one point there was like an adult male maybe like 3 feet to my right, and I couldn't even bring myself to look in his direction because I was kind of embarrassed, because I guess the stereotype is that like private school girls are innocent and wouldn't have sex or be buying condoms. I went to another convenience store further from campus in the same uniform, and the second one went a lot better. I was able to like keep my face and my role and everything. I tried to act like really innocent and embarrassed about it. I went up to the counter when no one else was there and said, I'm really embarrassed to ask this, but do you not have just like normal Trojan condoms? Because they had other brands that weren't. And the store clerk was like, here, I'll come over and help you in 1 second. And he came over and looked a little puzzled, didn't know how to handle the situation. I was like, this is Magnum, this is sensitive, this is pleasures, this is extra lube. And I kind of looked at him like, I don't know what to use. I think he tried to make me feel more comfortable and not joke around with me or make me feel embarrassed. He didn't draw attention to me from other customers or anything. He kind of tried to, he handed me a box, then kind of walked away and kind of empathized with me.
I'm Tamara. So my role, I dressed like a downtown party girl, had heels on and a short black dress, and I went into a gas station and I bought some condoms. So basically my role was like promiscuous party girl, I guess. And so I was looking for a while, and then the clerk, I guess he got suspicious or something, or wondered what I was doing, what I was glancing at for so long. It was kind of awkward, and he asked me what I was looking for, and I was too embarrassed. I didn't know. I didn't want to yell condoms, in front of an entire store. There were people in there, so I didn't know what to say. I just said personal things, and then he walked over, and he was like, "What personal things?" He asked me more, and even in closer quarters, I still didn't want to tell him condoms, so I told him chapstick, because it was just less awkward for me, I guess. Because as a girl, I feel like girls generally don't, in our society, guys are generally the ones who buy condoms, and it's something I've never done. It's uncomfortable, and I feel like it's the male job. It's like a gender role, kind of, and yeah, so that was pretty uncomfortable and new for me.
My name is Ty Wilson. I play the gay partner to Farhan, and it was not as easy as I thought. Me being a Christian freshman in college, just kind of buying condoms were kind of okay, I can do that. I can be gay, no problem. But it was a lot harder than I thought. the first experiment we did was entering the Gender Sexuality Center, and I had a bag. We kind of put on these. I had the prop of the Goffman face. I was trying to perform, but it didn't really go out well. We like sketching out like 20 minutes before we actually went in to kind of see should we do this, should we do that, and it was really hard. I think another part of it was thinking that buying condoms with the opposite sex is easier, but same sex it actually was hard.
I'm Farhan, and I was playing the gay male partner of Ty at the 7-Eleven gas station. I thought the experiment was good. It was a very good experiment. The only discrepancy I had was actually playing the character, and being in that that atmosphere of a normal day, because when you think about it, you think about gays and like, okay, they're gonna go do their thing, but when you have to actually put on a face and be the person, you can't automatically just be the person. When you're thinking, oh yeah, let's do it, it's not the same thing when you're actually doing it, because you have people looking at you, you have the cashiers talking to you. I mean, in our experiences, cashiers were ridiculing us about buying 6 condoms. They may have known, they may have not, but that was a big impact on us and like how we acted. Okay, well, if I was buying condoms with a girl, I would probably be more comfortable about it, because I would actually be, yeah, society accepts it, and I would just feel comfortable about it, and everything would be a lot more normal, because it's just a man and woman doing what they need to do. But what society sees when it's 2 men, they think it's icky or whatever. I mean, that could just be Texas, or I don't know, but it's just a thing that happens all the time, and it's something that should be changed, but is not.
The second experiment we did really touched on the judgment. The guy, the clerk, was really like cool and casual with us, but I could really sense that he kind of sensed that we were kind of like not really serious or not really into the role of a gay person he would perceive. So I was really kind of starstruck as to be judged or be socialized by others. Just doing an experiment like this, just simply buying a condom, we would think it'd be so easy, but we're still socialized by other people. So sociological imagination is really about taking what familiar, or what or for yourself familiar-wise, and taking it to the extreme, or looking outside the box and taking the familiar, make it strange. And so I felt as though the familiar would be buying a condom with a girl, and the strangeness of it was buying it with a guy, being gay. It's kind of like not normal. It's not the familiar for me. So if I could sum up this entire experiment from all 4 of us, I would just say that breaking the norm is not easy. Having a sociological imagination, it's not easy. Taking your familiar and make it strange is not easy. And we can just see that something as minuscule as buying condoms.